Now, I had a lot of choices when it came to a place to explore the 2021 Master Collection, but I chose here. This is the movement wall. It's got a really nifty little trick here where you can magnify the movement and see it in the screen here. For example, the 13ZN from 1936, which is one of the most famed in-house chronograph calibers ever. And the reason I've chosen this wall is that often the Master Collection houses complications, and we see a few in this year's new collection. Of all the Longines collections, the Master Collection is the one I forget the most. I overlooked it for many years and then did a video, which we can show a little clip of here, no doubt, Marcus, that tells my great surprise to discover that there are, of course, there are so many great classic Longines dress watches to consider. But this little collection sneaks up on me nearly every year with something that I wasn't expecting that sits on the wrist and just goes bang. Andrew, pay attention to me, and that was this watch right now, the Longines Master Collection moonphase with a date ring indication at 6 o'clock that just moves around from day to day, passing over that lovely poetic spray of stars and moon that indicates where the moon is at. So this watch is available. Once again, we have Longines offering watches in 40 and 42mm sizes. And I'm going to make myself deeply unpopular with the small watch crew by saying that yes, it's a dress watch. I still prefer it in 42. There's something about the way this watch sits on the wrist. I have a 7-inch wrist, so we can answer that question in the comments before they even begin. And this in 42 felt absolutely lovely, and it's got a lot to do with this super high quality stainless steel bracelet with triple safety folding clasp, and again this push piece opening mechanism, which is a bit of a Longines thing. Now, what else is charming about this watch aside from its wrist feel? Of course, it's that black barleycorn dial with the printed Longines logo and also the numerals. And if you look really closely, which we love to do, whether it's with a loupe or just Marcus's amazing macro photography here and videography, you can see that the paint just slightly sinks into the crevices of that textured barleycorn dial. It's just one of those lovely little touches that as we rotated the watch on our wrist, we saw these little details coming through. Very charming, very attractive. Another distinguishing feature of the black barleycorn dial version of the 3 versions is the painted Roman numerals. Now, moving on to the silver barleycorn version, which is probably the more traditional of the 2 styles. I seem to, when I think of Longines, I do think of a silver barleycorn dial. It has painted Arabic numerals, so note that small but important difference. Are you a Roman guy? Are you an Arabic guy? And then the sunray blue dial with applied indexes. So again, more of a lush look there with that grained blue sunray. I tell you what, Longines do a absolutely killer blue sunray. So this is, and I've talked about other Master Collection moonphase models before. I absolutely love the way that they execute a blue sunray with a moonphase. So for me, the black barleycorn was the winner, but it's up to you. And again, I love that. Let me talk about one small detail with the black one. The blue night sky of the moonphase indication just looks absolutely badass with the black dial. Let's get on to some other details. Finally, on the black barleycorn dial, my favorite, we have silver sandy hands, which means there's a slight texture to the silver hands. On the silver barleycorn, we have blued steel, and on the blue sunray, we have silvered polished hands, which again plays off those applied indexes and has that overall more polished, dressy feel. In terms of the movement, we have the mechanical self-winding caliber L899, which is based on the ETA A31.L91. These are just useless. These are just pointless references in my opinion. But you've got to know, 21 joules, 25,200 vibrations per hour, and a power reserve of 64 hours. Do note also that this watch has a clear case back. I hope we shot that. I hope there's pictures of that because it's a nice feature. So let's talk in summary about this watch. We have a dress watch par excellence for, again, a price that is going to be accessible for many, and we have it in these sizes of the season at 40 and 42 millimeters. Like I said, for me, there's something just super romantic and charming and nostalgic about this black barleycorn. I absolutely love it. The silver's also beautiful too. Longines doing what they do best. Thanks for listening to a very long and detailed review of the new Master Collection moonphase, with of course that date indication at 6. Hope you enjoyed it. Please tell me in the comments, what do you think? What would be your choice? What would be your choice of variations? Black barleycorn all day for me. As you know, I've said it several times. Thanks for listening, and see you again soon.